guys, today we're going to focus on how exercising is affected by when we smoke cigarettes. Before we get started in this activity, we're going to brainstorm a little bit. So get out a pencil and a sheet of paper. First, I want you to think about your favorite sport. It can be multiple. Write them down on this sheet of paper. Then, when you're outside, think of your top 3 things to do that have you moving. I'll give you some examples. Mine are kayaking, riding bikes, playing tag, and swimming. So now that you have brainstormed some of your favorite physical activities to do outside and some of your favorite sports to play, we're going to talk about how those sports and activities could be affected if you begin and continue to smoke cigarettes. So first, while you're exercising, your muscles need oxygen, and smoking reduces that. The more you exercise, the more oxygen you use up. Smoking harms your blood, making it harder to exercise. Remember, we talked about this. The nicotine in cigarettes can cause your blood to lack that oxygen, and that's what makes it harder for you to breathe, and your heart has to work harder. Your lung capacity is decreased when you smoke cigarettes, which reduces the amount of oxygen that gets to your blood. And if your blood doesn't have enough oxygen, then it's harder to exercise. Exercising, if you're a smoker, can literally take your breath away within seconds. The tar in cigarette smoke adds to airway lungs and reduces the elasticity of the air sacs and results in the absorption of less oxygen. So these are all the ways that smoking affects our body and then makes it harder for us to exercise and participate in those physical activities that we enjoy. Now we're fixing to start moving. Today's activity is going to show you how our exercising is affected if we smoke cigarettes. It's going to be a lot of fun. So you're going to watch and follow the video that will be popping up. If you cannot complete the whole exercise, that's okay. Some movement is always better than no movement. These are a few accommodations for this activity. So it is going to be a step box exercise, but if you don't have a step box, that's okay. You can use stairs in your house, whether that's inside stairs or steps to your front porch or to your house. You can flip a laundry basket upside down. Just make sure the laundry basket is sturdy and you're able to kind of stand on it. Any kind of ledge or step. So if you have a little ledge maybe around a garden bed, that works. Anything that you can step up onto, as long as it's not too high off the ground. A large book that you can step on, or any type of box. Just make sure it's very sturdy. If you have some type of physical disability, it could be a broken leg, a broken arm, sprained ankle, anything that disables you from getting into physical activity, you can find a different exercise video online that accommodates you. So, for example, if you have a broken arm, find a video that just works on your legs. And the last accommodation is if you don't have internet or Wi-Fi, maybe you do have internet, but sometimes it does a lot of buffering when you're trying to watch videos, make up your own exercise routine. So now you should have completed the video prior to this screen. That was the step box activity. So let's kind of recap. Just feel your pulse. Use your 2 fingers. You can put it on the side of your neck, on your wrist. Do you feel how fast your heart is beating? That's awesome. Now, second, are you breathing hard and sweating? That means you had a good exercise. But if you're not breathing hard and sweating, that's fine too. Or if you could not complete the whole video, totally okay. So now we're going to change it up a little bit, but we're going to be using the same step box video as we did the first time. So this is what you'll need. You'll need a straw. It can be any size straw. I recommend one of the bigger diameter straws. Basically use the same straw you used for the video we did before this on our lessons about effects on smoking. You're going to be doing the same exercise again, but with the straw in your mouth to breathe through. If you cannot complete the whole exercise, no worries, some movement is always better than no movement. Now, adult supervision is recommended for this portion of the activity because you will be having a straw in your mouth. The straw is what you're going to be breathing in and out through while you're doing the same activity. So now, let's compare the first time you did the exercise to the second time you did the exercise. Which one was harder? Well, the second one should have been harder because you had to use a smaller airway to breathe in and out through using the straw. Were you able to finish one or both exercises? If you didn't finish one or both, like I said, that is no big deal. Any movement is better than no movement. So, when you were doing this exercise and you had to use the straw to breathe in and out of, this is literally what it feels like to exercise if you smoke cigarettes. It is so much harder to breathe and catch your breath while you're exercising if you smoke. Now, I want you to think about that piece of paper that we brainstormed on earlier in this video. Think about your favorite sports to play and the activities outside that you wrote down on that paper. Your first question is, do you think they would be harder to complete if you smoked? And second, why or why not? You can discuss these questions with your parents, with peers, kind of as an open-ended conversation to get some discussion going, or you can write your answers down on that same sheet of paper. So now that we've learned how our bodies are affected by smoking cigarettes and how these effects also have an effect on our exercise and physical activity if we smoke cigarettes, now we're going to test that knowledge. So you're going to complete a quiz on www.quizzes.com. This link is attached with this presentation, and it's going to see how much knowledge you gained from listening to this video and how much now you know about how smoking cigarettes affects how we perform in physical activities and exercise. Thank you all again for listening to this presentation, and I hope you now know how important it is to not smoke cigarettes because it really does affect the way we perform in exercising and physical activity. And we all know that we need physical activity and we need exercise to keep ourselves healthy, and smoking cigarettes just adds more difficulty to that process. Thanks guys, and I hope you enjoyed.